Well, to talk about the 2012 vintage, we have to be back to 2011, where we had a lot of stress in the vineyard because of the drought and a hailstorm. So we had a low vigor in 2011. So when we decided to prune to prepare the 12 vintage, we were just able to leave small canes with just few buds, instead to have our 6 buds per vines that we usually leave. We had 4 buds per vine. So we knew from the beginning that the yield would be quite low again in 2012. We had a very interesting season with a wet spring, a beautiful summer, and harvest late in October with a little bit of rain. And having this low yield, 28 hectoliters per hectare, we were able to get this wonderful concentration that you can find in the wines. Well, every year we try to understand if it's a Merlot vintage or a Cabernet Sauvignon vintage. What is amazing in 2012 is that there is really a huge difference in style between the Merlot and the Cabernet Sauvignon. The Merlot are very ripe and very rich. It is almost like they were produced in a very hot and warm vintage. When the Cabernet Sauvignon are ripe, but much fresher, with a lower alcohol in the final wines, with a beautiful acidity. So it is like they would come from a more classic vintage, I would say. And the big question for us was, after harvest, how those two grape varieties would combine together. And at the beginning, when we did the blend, the Merlot took really the power. And after several weeks in the barrel, the Cabernet Sauvignon gave the freshness and the final touch to the wine. So when you taste the 12 today, you have this huge amount of tannin at the beginning that gives a beautiful velvet character that is so Palmer-like, and then because of the Cabernet Sauvignon, the freshness, you have this beautiful length that gives this final touch to the wine and this unique character, I think.